Yo! Record! Let's go! So you saw the title. This is pretty obvious. That's why he's the GOAT. It's my favorite transformation. Good, mid, bad, and kind of pretty simple. You're welcome, by the way. Because this is all the relevant forms I care about. I don't think anything else is too important. We've got the mainline movies, manga, the old movies that aren't canon at all, GT, and even some games. So this is what I care about. Dude, can we get in that? Yeah, that presentation mode is nice and hell yeah. And I even went ahead and ordered them in this tier in appearance. So let's start off with the Ozuru, the iconic transformation. It's pretty good. I think that it served its function really well when Goku was a little yelp, and made him like this weird monkey man. And I like that it comes back with Vegeta. That's really sick. Nothing else really to say. Big monkey man. Roshi in full power. Kind of mid. The reason I say this is because I can't fucking stand the trend in Dragon Ball where someone has to power up to full, and then it's like, oh, it's too much energy for my body to handle. And it's like, okay, why not just make it like a technique? You know? But it's whatever. Roshi's really cool in this form, and I like that in Super you can kind of do it better. But I just don't really like how it's handled in original Dragon Ball. It also makes it weird in original Dragon Ball, because he doesn't power up to full against Piccolo, convolutes the scaling. It creates a whole lot of problems. Tien with 4 arms is really good. It's really subtle, and I almost don't even want to call it a transformation because it's a technique. But I really just like that it's an incredibly simple, down-to-earth transformation. But that it gives Tien more options in the fight, and it makes him stronger and faster, because that's what it's shown to do. I think I like that. He's got 3 eyes, so give him 4 arms, It's really simple. That's a lot of Dragon Ball. Really simple. But it works. Especially at the time that this happened, we weren't used to crazy transformations. This was seen as an apocalyptic, something Goku can't control, not... that. So to follow up Roshi with this, which is in a way toned down, but he can actually use it and control it, it also naturally fits within the series. I like that a lot. Which I think the natural evolution at the end of Dragon Ball is to have Piccolo's transformation be a great Namekian. I really don't think that you could have had it be anything else, but yeah, it works. He's big, and because of that, he's able to I believe he's able to get Kami out of Piccolo doing this, as weird as that is. But yeah, big monkey man, big buff man. End of Dragon Ball. When it came back with Slug, it was kind of okay. It was kind of funny how Slug would just hide around buildings and chase down Goku, but I think just at the end of Dragon Ball it's fine. Kaioken though, Kaioken is in contention for being the GOAT, man. Kaioken is really good. Now, it's not a transformation. I'm cheating, and I put it on here anyways, right? It's a technique, 100%. But his body is, being pushed to its absolute limit, and, being... if you watch him, he gets buff when he does it. And the reddish aura it looks like he's bleeding, and it's, just the absolute pinnacle of, pushing yourself to your limit. It's actually hilariously enough called a limit-breaking power. Just not a super limit-breaking power like Ultra Instinct is. But, yeah, Kaioken is sick. My favorite thing about Kaioken is that he has to, activate it when he jumps and then activate it again when he punches. And it, puts a, horrible strain on his body. But it's because of, it's, actually giving him, a power boost. Times 3, times 4, times 100, It's so sick. The sound effect, too, in the anime, where it's woo, when he uses it is, the best ever. Kaioken is, super, super goated. So this is weird, right? Zarbon, like, as a transformation, when I look at this and I'm like, do I want to figure this? Like, no. But like, you kind of need it to show that like Frieza's gonna transform. And there's like some stuff about how he has to like hide who he is to fit in with the army. I'm just gonna call it bad because it doesn't do any. It's just an excuse to beat Vegeta's ass. So, I also grouped all of Frieza's transformations into one form because it's like him suppressing himself now. It got retconned. And they're all basically the same. They're just like weird looking forms he goes into to like bully his opponent without having to try. I think it's better than Roshi. Because it's like, it's more integral to Frieza's character that like, he was stronger than Piccolo in his second form. And he was stronger than Gohan in his third. And he was stronger than Vegeta in his first. He just keeps transforming because he's so lazy. And he's so, like, entitled. And, like, bratty that he just has to be, like, dominating his opponent. Not winning, but, like, completely superior. Which is, like, more than Roshi being buff. You know? Super Saiyan is, like, super goated. I know it's done to death, but nature versus nurture. Super Saiyan is the culmination of nature and nurture mixing. Good from a thematic level. On a design standpoint, it's really cool. It looks super sick. It's just iconic. Like, if you have an OC, you've drawn them going Super Saiyan. But I still like Kaioken more. Buff man. Buff man, but he looks cool. And Vegeta has rawness and swag while he is in grade 2. He at least gets like to beat up Cell for a little bit. I think that's all grade 2 ever does. Because then he just gets his ass beat by Cell and Cell Juniors. R.I.P. Grade 3 is horrible. And I can't stand that it introduced the whole, like, oh, he's stronger, but now he's slower. Yeah. I think this harms the series a little bit. Mastered Super Saiyan is, like, Super Saiyan, but, like, kind of not as, like, raw. But I still like it. Super Saiyan 2 is similarly really stupid. I'm gonna put it down here. 'Cause it's just Super Saiyan with lightning. And I mean, yeah, everyone likes that moment with Gohan. You know, I like that moment with Gohan, but like, if it didn't have lightning, it would be the exact same as Super Saiyan. If anything, I think it would have been a better moment to just have Gohan go Super Saiyan there instead of Super Saiyan 2. Like, if you want me to be real. But yeah. Goku, this is Super Kaioken. You know, yeah. That might be the best form in the series. It's literally everything I like about Kaioken and Super Saiyan together. It's so raw. Super Saiyan 3 is fucking stupid. Yeah, you know what? It's not... It doesn't have the, like, weird, oh, he's slower now thing to it, so at least Super Saiyan 3 is, like, up here. And it's kind of silly, so it's gonna go at, like, the top here. You know what? Super Saiyan 2 is raw, so it'd at least go above these two. He beat up Vegeta really funny. Super Saiyan 3 is just such a stupid design that it's hard not to like it in that respect. But, like, as an actual transformation, it just takes forever. Like, not stamina. And, like, it literally drained Gotenks' timer faster. Goku lost his time on Earth because of it. And then it never does anything ever again in Super. He transforms into it for, like, 5 seconds against Kale and Khalifa. Kale and Khalifa. And then he's like, nope. And then he just goes to God instead. Speaking of God, so, I actually probably should have put 2 different gods on this tier list. Because, like, Initial God is, like, somewhere in bad tier. Like, probably here. But later on, like, Vegeta and Broly and Goku against Kale and Khalifa and Kefla. That version of Goku is, like, up here. Like, I love that Goku. But I think it'll just have to go at the top here because of, like, ritual god-looking ass. Golden Frieza is pretty bad. At least the way Frieza is written, it's more entertaining to watch Golden Frieza than those two, but man, I do not like the design. It's intentionally ripping off Super Saiyan, and I think that was very much the point, and it does not fit Frieza very well. Again, it has the God thing though, where like initially it's like down here, but then when you see him in the tournament and he's like bullying Jiren and like hitting Toppo in the back, it kind of bumps up. So I think we're gonna put it like here, because this at least got some high points. You know what? No, because that's one character. This is between multiple characters, so we'll distinguish that. Super Saiyan Blue, I love it, but it's just so lazy that I can't like condone it. But blue is like my favorite color, and I really did like Super Saiyan Blue. I think my favorite shade of it is how they're drawn in Broly. That's my favorite way that they've shaded in Super Saiyan Blue, but like, you've got the more green tint that they do in the tournament, that's kind of cool, and then early on it was more like bright. I like that color too. Xenoverse and Broly are like my favorite interpretations of Super Saiyan Blue. Plus, I like the idea that it's like this new power being mixed with Super Saiyan. It's kind of cool. Yeah. Anything with Kaioken in it goes into the top tier because the Kaioken is goated. It doesn't make any sense though for him to start doing Kaioken with this when it's like a stronger form than Super Saiyan 3 or 2. And he never makes Kaioken with them, so it's kind of weird and stupid from that perspective, but I like Kaioken. I also hate how they start treating this as a transformation instead of a technique like these two were. So I think we'll actually bump it down here. But I really like it. Yeah, I really like it. I just like how it looks. Blue and red, like kind of becoming purple. Kaioken is just too sick. Rose actually gets to go really high up. So the problem is... So here's the problem, right? This Rose, when he's got the aura up, is like somewhere in here. Let's see. But this Rose is my favorite transformation in the series. The problem is the aura completely ruins it. Fighters does a better job. It keeps his hair one color and the aura different. But in the anime interpretation, when he powers up, his hair changes with the aura, like way more substantially. It's literally just blue, but with a different color. They even joke about it, like, oh, I've reached this form, let's call it Rosé. It's so, like, stupid. But it's kind of, like, self-aware stupid. I don't know. But yeah, pink Rose is up here, but, like, purple Aura Rose is top of good. Super Saiyan Rage Trunks also similarly is just, like... Man, poor Trunks. I feel like fucking Swag Kage the way I'm just dookie on Trunks right now. I think Grade 3 is worse for the series because it introduces the speed stigma that people don't let go of when it comes to power scaling, but man, I really hate that they gave him his own, like, God Super Saiyan transformation out of nowhere. He didn't go through a ritual, so it doesn't make any sense either. It's fucking weird. You know what, this is better because Super is kind of worse as the whole, whereas this is like kind of ruining a good part of Dragon Ball. So I think this does less harm than this does, so this will go at the bottom. Corrupted Zamasu. I guess we can talk about Zamasu as a character, but yeah, the transformation is just ugly, that's the point. I mean, I guess on that basis it's doing what it's trying to, I just don't necessarily like that. I think above Zarbon is fine. Kale. She's basically just got Broly's form, but it's canon. I'm gonna put that like above Roshi, not above Vegeta. I think it's fair. Omen is also really, really good. Omen is top tier. Omen does what the Kaioken does and what Super Saiyan God does, where it keeps the base design of the character intact while giving them a new aura and a new energy. Like, Goku's got a different vibe, but he's still Goku, and you can tell that at one glance. Fucking Ultimate Battle coming in when he just finesses Dispo and Toppo like he's fucking like Netero from Hunter x Hunter. And then just like the fact that he absolutely dunks on Kefla. Omen is just like doing something cool every time he's on screen. It's just like super raw. Keeps the like core design of Goku. Keeps the same energy as Goku while still feeling different and new somehow after like 30 years. Omen is like goated. I think I actually like it better than Blue Kaioken. I might even like it better than Super Saiyan, if I'm being honest. I really like Omen. You know what? I think we'll do this. I actually think this is how it's going to be. Blue Evolution. It's kind of like exactly this, but like kind of cooler. I like how it looks better. I like the sparkly. It kind of hurts your eyes to look at, but other than that, I mean, narratively, it's just supposed to be his match to Blue Kaioken. And then it becomes obsolete because of power cliffing, but whatever. Just visually, I like it more than Mastered Super Saiyan. Man, the weird thing is that if Omen didn't exist, I would probably like Mastered Ultra Instinct more. But because Omen exists, I don't really like MUI as much. But it's literally just Omen, but with white hair. And I do like that the white hair represents all the colors of the rainbow. All the different transformations coming together and culminating at the end of his journey. Kind of makes it dumber that we're still going in the manga now, but like, that's their fault. You know? I think it's going to be at the bottom of Goated. Ozaru? So this is Broly's Rage transformation, where he gets the power of an Ozaru without transforming. And I like that, actually. Because he like, goes feral at this point, and he's acting like this. He's just contained. It'd be more entertaining than watching Goku try to, like, sumo wrestle a monkey. So, it's, like, probably better than this. I really like Broly Super Saiyan. No nonsense to it, it's just really cool Super Saiyan. Yeah. So this is like lime green Piccolo. I literally have zero thoughts or feelings about this. Orange Piccolo, though, I've seen clips of, and I can say that it's, like, okay. I like it more than Kale and Vegeta. Probably a little bit more than Broly and Roshi. You know what? I like it, just not as much as these, but I don't know. Design-wise, it's okay. It feels new, but at the same time, it's just kind of like, we don't really need a transformation to keep characters relevant. You can just make Piccolo stronger, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I really don't get why they had to give him a new form. Kind of takes away from Gohan Beast, not gonna lie. Like, they went so far out of their way to hide everyone else in the movie. Goku, Vegeta, and Broly can't do anything. Beerus can't do anything. All the people on Earth are weak now. Gotenks fuses, but he's fat, so he can't do anything. And then Piccolo gets a new form before Gohan. It feels very weird. It's kind of off. Design-wise, it's okay. I kind of get what they're going for. It looks more demon-y, but Piccolo isn't a demon. He's a slug. So it's kind of weird from that angle, too. You know what? I really don't like it that much. I like it, like, more than Golden Frieza. Golden Frieza goes, like, up here. Cell Max I'm not counting as a transformation, but he does get big in that movie, so I guess we have to count it. I actually like this design-wise. It looks like a Budokai or a Tenkaichi, like, alternate color of Cell. I think just off-rip I like it more than Orange Piccolo. Gohan Blanco. I think that as an actual design, it's like really kind of lame and stupid and cringe, but Gohan Blanco is real, and I have a personal attachment to it for that. Mastered Super Saiyan Blue. I actually kind of like this. I think it's going to go right above Blue. Because the aura of Blue is one of the only things I don't like about Blue, so getting rid of that makes it a better thing. Moro is fucking stupid. Play better than Zarbon and Garlic Jr. Goku got the fucking Susanoo. It's just ridiculous enough that I kind of like it like Gohan Beast. But it's like actually raw, instead of just being like fan service. Ultra Ego is like mega giga cringe. It's like the top of bad. Oh boy, here we go. In my Dragon Ball videos, I talked about how Vegeta's overrated, and now we have to do this. Look, dude, I put Evolution above Broly and Super Saiyan God. Like, cut me some slack here. Like, okay. First of all, one of the biggest emphasized points in the Tournament of Power is Kakarot got Ultra Instinct. I'll do things my own way. And then he gets an Ultra form. So, like, I guess we're not doing that anymore. I guess Vegeta won't do things his own way. Oh, but it's different because it's purple, and he loses his eyebrows, and he has to get hit to do it. Well, Vegeta gets his ass beat anyways. There's nothing different about it. Blue Evolution was him taking Blue and going his own way instead of getting a new form. Like, instead of doing, like, Ultra Instinct, he was evolving Blue. Like, it's just unnecessary. Now, it might be because the manga is different, but I'm also going to let you in on a secret. The manga is mostly stupid. And the manga is mostly bad. I only read up until most of the tournament, and I was like, man, all these changes are unnecessary and lame and make the story worse, so I stopped reading. And I just know the transformations based off what I've seen. And, like, I'm just going to be real with you. When all I've seen out of these edits are these new forms and they look terrible, that's not saying much, because, like, people, when they do edits, or when you see something out of context, they're showing you usually, like, the best of it. And I looked up a fair amount of pictures of these for, the tier maker, and it's just like, man, they just aren't it. And it's really unfortunate. Ultra Ego looks a little bit better when it's not this, like, a Hegiao-ass picture, but mostly unnecessary because I think this was the better way to go. But I mean, what are we going to do? However, on the flip side of that, I think Black Frieza manages to jump all the way up there. It's kind of like correcting for what Golden Frieza was and keeping Frieza in the story at the same time. He literally just walks up, one-shots the main villain, one-shots Goku and Vegeta in their strongest forms, and then leaves. He literally looks back at Goku like how Goku did when he flew away, and is just like, I'll see you later, scum. And it's just like, oh my god. That's the kind of thing that makes me wish I read the manga, but then every time I try to get into it, it's like ass. Yeah, Frieza Black has rawness and swag. Leave a comment below. Does he have the pass? Yes or no? Now we're down to non-canon stuff. False Super Saiyan God is like... It serves more of a function to the story, I think, actually, unironically, than Super Saiyan 3 or 2 do. Because, like, honestly, the idea of showing that Goku has this potential would have been a cool way to build up to it. And then evolving it and just getting lightning and going longer is kind of lamer by comparison. Cooler has that rawness and swag, too. Dude, Frieza Black and Final Form Cooler, they better be a tag team in Budokai Tenkaichi 4, man. Two of them have that unmitigated them energy. This is when Goku absorbed a fucking Spirit Bomb to fight Android 13. This shit was cool. It's completely dumb, but it's just awesome. Restricted Super Saiyan I like a lot because I like the color of it. Super Saiyan Blue before it happened. Not to mention, I like that Broly's design is still, like, kind of lanky, at least compared to his full power. Being super tall and lanky with the blue hair, it makes him look super sick. I really like Z Broly. Like, he must have been taking hormones, the way he went from not it to I'm him. Like, Broly is just, like, unmitigated Dragon Ball Z. He's just, like, raw, pure, unfiltered Dragon Ball Z. He just walks up, takes no damage, and then gets beaten by the plot. It's just, like... And I know a lot of people hate that about Broly. That's why a lot of people, like, seethe when they see Broly. But, like... I think that Broly, flaws and all, is, like, pure Dragon Ball Z. And that's, like, why Broly is one of my favorite characters. He's just everything Z is. He's, like, extraordinarily buff. He has to yell. He's, like, sadistically cruel for no reason. Even though he has literally zero reason to be that way. He's got a Super Saiyan form all of his own that's super special. He's fucking buff. He's just extremely overpowered. And... I mean, that's Broly. It's incredibly simple, but it's super, super good. And I think that the form fits. Getting fucking jacked and getting the stupidest haircut ever, that's Broly. And that's why I like the Legendary Super Saiyan form. Bojack, like, at least it looks better than me, too. Janemba, though. Man, where does Janemba go? Trying to keep this list consistent is the hardest part, honestly. Because I can just say I like or don't like something, but then comparing them is the difficult part. I think that where Janemba is honestly going to be where he goes. Just him transforming and, you know, him slimming down and becoming more sinister and evil. It's literally just Boo again, but, like, he didn't have to, like, do this weird absorption thing or split in half. Which is why Boo and Cell aren't on the list. Because they don't... Everyone else kind of is more themselves, and those two have to absorb people, so... I think that's a fine spot for Janemba. Super Saiyan 4. Now, I'm going to be real with you. I think design-wise, it's like a little bit below Rose. But there's like a term called Black Air Force Energy. Goku has that when he's Super Saiyan 4. There's just something about Goku when he's Super Saiyan 4 that he just acts like a total, like... He acts like a Chad. Like, not like how he normally does, where he's like kind of goofy and silly, but also cool. He's like, this is Super Saiyan 4. And he's like, sorry to keep you waiting. You're like, no more time to play games. And he's always like grumbling. And he's got like eyeshadow. If there's something about Goku that's just different when he's Super Saiyan 4. I mean, it makes sense. But it doesn't make sense now that we have like Super Saiyan 3. This also gets into some nerdy shit, but Baby, when he took over Vegeta's form, was able to use Super Saiyan 3. So it's really weird to do the Great Ape instead. I don't know. I guess it's better than these two. This is the Majin's Purification from Xenoverse. And this is Android 21. Because I believe she has to, like, transform using her, like, negative energy or whatever. It's up here because fan service. Yeah, Goku is goated. I didn't think Goku would actually end up taking up the entire top tier. You know what? We can sneak Broly up there. But the problem is Rose really does look ugly in some anime shots, so we can't forgive Rose for that. But I think this is going to be the list. You know what? No. It makes it look better for Goku to be the only one up there. It makes it look funnier. Let's see. Was there anything I was too harsh to? You know what? This is better than these two. I don't like it, but it is. I think that's it. I think this is the list. Tell me what you think. This is an entirely subjective video. There's no fucking, like, well, actually, this is just how much I like him, man. Tell me what you think. I made the template. I'm gonna post it in the description or comment. You go make it. Link it in the comments, and I'll go find it. Send it to me on Twitter, Nick the Neat. I'll go find it. But bye.